Okay, and we are back with part 2. Sorry about that. We attempted to record a part 2, but sadly we forgot what we were recording. But anyway, we are on with the criticisms. So, critics of these conspiracy theories say there are a form of conspiracism common throughout history after a traumatic event in which conspiracy theories emerged as a mythic form of explanation. A related criticism addresses the form of research on which the theories are based. Thomas W. Eager, an engineering professor at MIT, suggested they used the reverse scientific method. They determine what happened throughout all the data that doesn't fit their conclusion and then hail their findings as the only possible conclusion. Thank you, Mr. Eager. I really see this is somebody I can back up because if he was to make a theory, he would put evidence that would fit the theory.
Well, no, he just exclude any other possibility.
Anyway, Eager's criticism also exemplify a common stance that the theories are best ignored. I've told people that if the argument gets too mainstream, I'll engage in a debate. According to him, this happened when Steve Jones, a physical professor at Brigham Young University, took up the issue. Michael Shermer, writing in Scientific American, said, "The mistaken belief that a handful of unexplained anomalies can undermine a well-established theory lies at the heart of all conspiratorial thinking. All the evidence for a 9/11 conspiracy theories falls under the rubric of the fallacy. Such notions are easily refuted by noting that scientific theories are not built on single facts alone, but on a convergence of evidence assembled from multiple lines of inquiry." So again, this basically says that 9/11 conspiracy theories are physically impossible.
They're not impossible, it's just they're improbable, and the people that are promoting them
Are idiots?
don't. No, it's just that they see only what the conclusion they come to is the only way it could have happened, which is not how you want to look at them.
Exactly. Scientific American, Popular Mechanics, and the Skeptics Dictionary have published articles that rebut various 9/11 conspiracy theories. Popular Mechanics have published a book entitled "Debunking 9/11 Myths" that expands upon the research first presented in the article. In the foreword for the book, Senator John McCain wrote that blaming the U.S. government for the events mars the memories of all those who died on that day and exploits the public anger and sadness. It shakes Americans' faith in their government at a time where that faith is already near an all-time low. It traffics in ugly, unfounded accusation of extraordinary evil against fellow Americans. Der Spiegel dismissed 9/11 conspiracy theories as a panoply of the absurd, stating, "As diverse as these theories and their adherents may be, they share a basic thorough pattern. Great tragedies must have great reasons." Journalist Matt Taibbi, in his book The Great Derangement, discusses 9/11 conspiracy theories as symbolic of what he calls the derangement of American society, a disconnection from reality due to widespread disgust with our political system. Drawing a parallel with the charismatic movement, he argues that both choose to battle bugbears that were completely idiotic, fanciful, and imaginary, instead of taking control of their own lives. While critical, Tabby explains that 9/11 conspiracy theories are different from Clinton-era black helicopter paranoia and constitute more than a small scattered group of nutcases, ... They really were, just as they claim to be, almost everyone you meet. Historian Kenneth J. Dillon argues that 9/11 conspiracy theories represent an overly easy target for skeptics and that their criticism obfuscate the underlying issue of what actually happened if there was not a conspiracy. He suggests the answer is criminal negligence on the part of the president and vice presidents, who were repeatedly warned, followed by a cover-up conspiracy after 9/11. This was expanded upon by columnist Matt Mancallo, writing for the online edition of the British Socialist Worker. Why am I so tongue-tied today? Jeez. He concludes that 9/11 truthers, while desperately trying to legitimately question a version of events, end up playing into the hands of neo-conservatives they are trying to take down by creating a diversion. Mancala noted that this has irritated many people who are politically left-wing. David Aaronovitch, a columnist from the Times, in his book titled Voodoo Histories, The Role of Conspiracy Theories in Shaping Modern History that was developed in May 2009, claiming that the theories string credulity, C-R-E-D-U-L-I-T-Y,
What?
C-R-E-D-U-L-I-T-Y. That's credul. Oh. Aaronovitch also charged that 9/11 conspiracy theories have exaggerated the expertise of those supporting their theories, and noted that 9/11 conspiracy theorists, including David Ray Griffin, cross-cite each other. Harvard law professor Cass Sunstein, so you know this is going to be something important if he's from Harvard. Where is it? Co-authorized a 2009 paper which used 9/11 truthers and others as an example of people who suffer from crippled epistemologies to public trust in the political system. He wrote that they do not merely undermine democratical debate, in extreme cases they create or fuel violence. If government can dispel such theories, it should do so. In June 2011, the Royal Institute of British Architects was criticized by hosting a lecture by Richard Gage, President of Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth. Rick Bell, the director of the American Institute of Architects New York chapter, who was a witness to the 9/11 attacks, said that no amount of money would persuade him to talk the group or allow him to talk the group to talk at his headquarters, and stated that Gage lacks credibility amongst the professional community. Eugene Cohn, former spokesperson for the American Institute of Architects, said Gage's theories were ridiculous. There were no explosives planted, and the buildings were definitely brought down by the planes. The decision to host the event was also criticized by the former president of the Royal Institute of British Architects and the founding president of the American Institute of Architects United Kingdom chapter. The Royal Institute of British Architects released a statement saying the perception that the group endorses events held in its building is regrettable, and said that they would review policy on private hire of its buildings. Anthony Summers and Robin Swan often scathing criticism of many of the above theories. The 11th day, their 2011 investigation of the attacks. U.S. Representative Peter T. King, chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, said 9/11 conspiracy theorists trivialize the most tragic event to affect the United States, and that people making these claims are disgraceful and they should be ashamed of themselves. Damn true. Damn fucking true. They should be fucking ashamed. How dare they disrespect the 3,000 fucking people who died. Fucking disgusting bastards. I swear that I'm Christian, but if anybody isn't, ignore this fucking comment. I hope those bastards burn in hell for this shit. How dare you disrespect 3,000 people who didn't know what was gonna fucking happen, who didn't know that they were gonna die that day. Fuck them. Fuck the damn conspiracy theories.
I have a gun now. Hell yeah. No, I just headshot that bitch. Oh, he got back up. He got back up.
What is anti-Semitism?
It's Jewish people of Jewish heritage.
Oh, so it says here, in 2003, the Anti-Defamation League, ADL, published a report attacking hateful conspiracy theories that the 9/11 attacks were carried about by Israelis and Jews, saying they had the potential to rationalize and fuel global anti-Semitism. It found that such theories were widely accepted in the Arab and Muslim world, as well as in Europe and the United States. The ADL's report found that the big lie is united American far-right extremists and white supremacists and elements within the Arab and Muslim world. It asserted that many of the theories were modern manifestation of the 19th century protocols of the Elders of Zion, which purported to map out a Jewish conspiracy for world domination. The ADL has characterized the
So the only way I'm going to kill them is by dismembering them.
The ADL has characterized Jeff Wren's website as carrying anti-Semitic materials such as that American Jews staged 9/11 terrorist attacks for their own financial gain and introduced the American people to endorse wars of aggression and genocide on the nations of the Middle East and the theft of their resources for the benefit of Israel. Fuck you! Fucking oh my fucking god! No, where does fucking religion have to go into this?
What?
With fucking no offense to anybody that is Jewish, but these fucking people who claim, oh, Jewish people are evil, they caused 9/11. Fuck you! Fuck you!
I don't think it's so much a thing in religion. It's more of a racial thing.
We saw what happened on 9/11. We know who did it. Why do you think we went to Iraq and Afghanistan instead of fucking Israel?
I didn't know that Eric Cartman made history.
Well, Israel's allied with the United States.
Oh god!
I swear, this is ridiculous.
Oh.
It's definitely reading is far out there.
Ooh.
Oh, listen to this. Army Specialist April Gallup filed suit claiming that Vice President Dick Cheney,
Oh god! Shit, he got close!
Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld, and other Bush administrative offices orchestrated the 9/11 attack, and the Pentagon was hit by an attack ordered by Cheney. The suit was dismissed in 2010 by Judge Denny Chin, who said the claim was the product of cynical delusion and fantasy. Her lawyers filed an appeal to the U.S. Court of Appeals, and in April 2010 issued a show cause order, while the lawyers and Gallup should not be sanctioned for filing a frivolous lawsuit. Her lawyers asked that the judge on the Court of Appeals recuse themselves because their emotions made them prejudge the case and abuse their power. On October 24, 2011, the judge sanctioned her lawyers $15,000 each for both the frivolous lawsuit and the accusations of prejudice. Miss Gallup was not fined because of her unfamiliarity with the law. This is what happens when a conspiracy theorist takes you to court about 9/11. The conspiracy theorist is gonna fucking lose.
Hey, Matt?
What?
Hey, what's the difference between, like, shooting the gun while sideways or upways? Like vertical or diagonally aligned?
If you shoot horizontally, you get parallel to their limb, or perpendicular to their limb, so you can slice it off easier.
So if I put it horizontally, it helps out with taking off the limbs. Okay.
Yeah, horizontally, you can shoot off legs.
Question.
But what about the vertically? What the hell is that? What the hell is why that?
Question.
Vertical one, that's for cutting off arms. Yes, what?
I almost sound rude, but aren't we supposed to be talking about conspiracy theories here? Just wondering.
Yeah, you think that's for a little help.
Sorry, I'm playing Dead Space 2. It's just.
How far are we into the video?
Well, I'm still in part 2. Let me see how far it is in. 13 minutes.
It's not the Toronto game and pay attention for half of it.
And again, it's ridiculous, these statements. Like, oh, yeah, oh, again, I agree. There was no inside job. Our government couldn't possibly do it. Seriously. It's not.
If they couldn't do it, it's just that they probably did not.
I'd say 99.9% chance it was all Al Qaeda. Only a 0.1 no, 99.0.5 or whatever the fucking thing is. That half goes to some other. I say about actually wait 98% of it's Al Qaeda. 1% might. These are the chances. 98% it was Al Qaeda, 1% it was the United States, and 1% is that it was another power. That was another country.
I found the guy.
Those are the chances that those could happen. So yeah, guys.
happen.
I hope you like this little conspiracy video, because if me and Brandon get to recording another part, if he's up for recording a video, like with us using Skype sometime, you know, we'll let you guys know. So anyway, guys, this has been Shock Factor 22.
And go there.
Brandon, are you gonna say goodbye?
Ah, shit, there's a bunch of enemies here.
Brandon, are you gonna say goodbye?
Later.
And he's BMS Man 816. We'll see you all later. Peace.